Hey everyone, welcome back to Paid and Theta. This week I'm kind of going to go over my plays as well as I just want to say something that I'm going to split up my accounts, my Robinhood account, the smaller growth, and my TD Ameritrade, the more robust, bigger, safer side of things. I'm going to kind of separate the two videos. So I'm going to make a couple videos a week now going over small growth and then large capital preservation as well as growing that as well, but just a little bit more safe in my opinion. So I'm kind of going to split up the channel. Anyways, this week I've got into a couple cash secured puts. Like I said, I was going into AMD last week. If you heard, AMD decided to go up about 8% Monday morning, and I did not feel, great selling a cash secured put when something is that high. But so I did not end up doing it on this account. Turns out I actually have another account that I'm going to sell it. I believe in it fully to the full extent. I think it's going to crush it. It's in the new PlayStation 5s. It's gonna be in the new Xboxes. It's in pretty much smartphones. I've touched it on computers. It's no joke. It's great, and I think it's going to do better. I wouldn't be surprised to see it 200 in a few months. Um, Within the next year, I could easily see it. So definitely all in on AMD. Unfortunately, missed it off the bat on my main account this week, but still made a good bit of premium. This is about 2.5 weeks. Made about 1% a week, maybe a little less, just a tad less. Snapchat, love to own it. 21.50. I think it's around $23. This is pretty much worthless, and so is Marvel. Marvel's around $40 right now. This is pretty much worthless. Made 1% on that a week. Perfect. Just buying more Snapchat, more FDIS, more XLK, more AMD. Really just trying to grow this. These are what's growing, and my microns are getting close to this, so they'll probably be taken away. Marvel is definitely way in the money, so I've technically lost on the opportunity to sell it for higher, but still making money on top of this, so can't complain on that. I definitely will be going into, because I'll have 3,700 free this week, at the end of this week, 3,800 free, and $2,100 free. I will be attacking AMD more aggressively. So going into the side account, AMD, see what kind of messed me up here is I don't know how it's partially delayed, so it's 20 minutes delayed. When I was looking at the stock, 20 minutes delayed, it's really hard to get a read on it. Obviously, when something is 20 minutes delayed, it's really, really hard to see stocks move. I mean, you're at a complete disadvantage. So I was behind the 8 ball on this one. I did not get the best feel for the price, but honestly, I still wouldn't mind owning it at $92. Heck, it might even not be worth. It might be worth more than $92 at the end of this week. Currently, right now, I think it's at 90.22. So I made $160 off of it. It's the 92 put. So really, even if I get assigned to it today, I'm only down $20. Not the end of the world. I can definitely live with it. But my Marvel and my O, I pretty much did the same thing in this account, but just a little bit higher. And this one, I just didn't make as much money, but as you can see, I mean, this is off one day, guys. One day I've made a good bit, but like I said, AMD, it was just so much delayed data. I couldn't really get the best read on it. So that's partially to blame for me getting such a bad feel on this being so negative. But still, as you can see, diversifying yourself in a few things will kind of get this back to even. And really, I would not mind owning AMD. In fact, I really want to own AMD. So this is totally fine with me. That's pretty much that. I made $380 in 1 week off of this portfolio. Granted, this has some time, so really, this is not a true representation of it. I'm just kind of doing this completely aside because it's a different pot of money. And I'm buying, as you can see here, AMD, Snapchat, and FDIS. Pretty much growth. I don't really see a reason for these companies to stop. I know we're in a pandemic, but I'm very bullish. I think these companies are going to go up long term. I don't see any of these really going away, even on this current economic state. So that's kind of where I'm at. A viewer, I do want to give a shout out. A viewer did say they were selling cash secured puts on Chewy to give them a look. Monday, I was going to sell a cash secured put on Chewy. Well, you can see here it went up 13% off the bat. I was going to do it. I had the money in my account to do it, but I just don't feel too comfortable. 13%. So congrats to whoever called that out. Definitely give you some credit. And if you have any comments or suggestions, I would love to look at it. Chewy, honestly, I wasn't too familiar with it, but the premium is pretty insane. This is after hours, so it's a little skewed. These numbers are completely skewed, so you can't really trust that. But definitely premium heavy. It was great. It's just so overbought into runnings that or into earnings, should I say? I just, it's hard for me to sell it after it has 12% bust. If it was going to stay flat that day, 100% would have sold it. Sold that cash secured put and made a very hefty premium for that. Unfortunately, I just missed it, but thanks for the call out. I'll be keeping an eye on Chewy from now on out. I added to my watch list, so thank you for that. I want to say that's pretty much it for this week. I will, like I said, be going over my Robinhood account and showing you the growth. It's really interesting. So if you guys don't have as much cash up front and want to get started slow, bear in mind it is very risky. You can kind of see exactly what I'm doing every single week, and that'll kind of give you a guidance on what you could do yourself. Like I said, it's very risky, and I would not advise you to take any of these trades, but it is something you could look into just to get an educational standpoint. And I did roll actually this Bank of America call because I did not want to get assigned, basically have to give up this, and ex dividend I think is tomorrow. I would hate to have to pay someone Bank of America's dividend. So by getting more time, it's worth more. The dividend's only 18 cents. If the contract costs $41 and you only have to pay 18 cents, they would actually lose in order to do it. So I'm pretty much protecting myself here. I would love to free up this cash. However, at the same time, I don't want to have to pay anyone out of pocket. And plus, I made another $25 on top of this. So 1% for another week. And I pretty much secure the dividend and don't have to pay it out. So I thought this was a win-win. Bank of America, but it's floating around the 25.50 and 26 mark. So this will be up in the air for the next coming week. So that's pretty much it for this main account. I know I'm going to keep it smaller or less time, should I say, because I'm doing the Robinhood account separately. But this is pretty much it, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks so much for watching.